So I would, are we all set? Okay. I would entertain a motion to waive the age of entrance requirement.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? All those in favor of waiving the age of entrance for Brandon Sullivan? Yep.
It's not,
It's telling me that I have to wait till 7:30 to.
Brendan? I'm sorry, Brendan.
They're on the edge of their seats. Oh, sorry for the technical difficulties. Give an answer.
Hold, please.
You need elevator music? Yeah.
I got it too. Yeah, we're all set. Thank you.
Do we need to make the motion again?
You can just note it for the record for the folks at home.
Okay, so we will vote on the motion to waive the age of entrance for Brendan Sullivan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Fabulous. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I will entertain a motion now to, for the leave of absence request.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. So, all those, any questions? Should have said that first. All those in favor of the leave of absence request for Stephanie Roberge?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, dokie. Why don't we do the slate of admins next? Motion to approve the slate of admins.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Julia was the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. And now, I moved it so that I would see it. A motion for Andrew Perkins, the Associate Director of Student Services at the middle school.
So moved. Second.
Julia, second, moved and seconded by Jess. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So next on the agenda is the student representative report. That part will be played by Dr. World.
I practiced trying to be the voice of the valley the way that Nick does, and I couldn't get it. So the part of Nick will be played by Dr. Worm, and we'll go from there. So this month's report. The musical was a great success with over 1,000 tickets sold. Thursday, May 16th at 5 o'clock in the auditorium, there'll be an annual Honor Society induction ceremony. All 5 societies, including National, French, Spanish, Art, and Tri-M Music Honor Societies, will be welcoming new members. Following the induction ceremony, also in the auditorium at 6:30 is the Underclassmen Awards. Chosen sophomores and juniors will be recognized for their hard work throughout the school year in certain classes. And Saturday, May 18th, will be the prom. And final band and chorus concerts are coming up, including the MVSD elementary concert on May 22nd at 5 o'clock, the high school concert on May 23rd at 6, and the middle school concert on May 29th at 6. All concerts will be in the auditorium. Friday, May 31st at 5:30 in the auditorium, the athletics department is hosting a spring college signing ceremony for athletes who will be participating in spring sports who have chosen to go on and were accepted to play at the next level, in some level of college. And the joke for the month of May.
It's really not very good. It's really not very good.
No, I might have to do an audible on his joke because I don't even know if I can get through it. All right, I'll just, Nick might be watching from the car at driver's ed. So which state loves spring the most? Maine. It's tough taking a one-syllable word and trying to draw it out like that, but that concludes the student report.
Randy, what was the date for the National Honor?
May 16th.
Thank you.
And where are we having prom this year? Did they say which venue it was?
Is it Graponia, I think?
So
Yes. Okay, next on the agenda is committee reports. That would be the policy committee.
We always have reports.
Busy.
Yes, we are. We actually met on Monday, May 15th, and tackled quite a few policies. We decided as a committee to table the do not resuscitation orders, the JLCH. Right now, it's not a policy that we necessarily need. It's not required. And we had some lingering questions that we decided at this point it's not necessary for us to have that policy, but we'll keep the draft in the event that we want to look at it again in the future. We also reviewed the policy. The other four that we have tonight are for our first read. We have change of class of school or assignment, best interest, and manifest hardships. We were required by law to put in some language about private schools being one of the options. So we added that language and made a few typographical corrections. Then we also looked at GBCD, which was background investigation and criminal history records. And that one also had some required language around the superintendent's ability to share background information and what they can and cannot share. The other two that we looked at were EBCC, which is false alarms, bomb, active shooter, and other such threats. The original policy was very old and dated. It was really just addressing, I believe, bomb threats was the only thing on the title. So we wanted to make sure we updated that policy to reflect current drills and practices. And then the last one that we looked at was BEDH, which was regarding our public comment. And we just clarified that residents of the 5 participating towns and Andover at the Andover meetings could participate in public comment, and that at the discretion of our board chair, other individuals could be awarded the opportunity to address the board or make public comment. So those are all out for you for first read. They had some minor, again, typographical corrections that we made, commas. We changed some of the his, her language to they, them. But you have a first read of that, and we'll bring it back to the board in June for a second read. So if you have any comments or feedback for us, please just either send them to myself or to Catherine, and then that way we can bring them to our next meeting.
The change of school assignment, it covers so much. It addresses both within the district and outside of the district. And within the district, tuition is not involved. Like if a child goes from Basco to Loudon,
That's
it
correct.
just seems like it needs to be clarified a little bit and some just a little bit additional language in the district and out of the district,
We can certainly take a look at that and make sure.
Yeah, I do think this policy is specific to the manifest hardship.
Manifest hardship. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But we can take another quick look at it at our
Okay.
meeting and just double check, make sure.
Sure.
That way we can come back and answer that question.
Okay.
Any other questions for Alyssa? Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have nothing under old business. Under new business, I am asking that a motion to cancel the July board meeting.
So moved.
Lauren, do you want to take a minute to think about it?
Cancel it?
I don't know if you remember or not, but last year, Sealy was out July and August, and those were really quick meetings, and we typically do not have a lot on the agenda. The finance, the manifests and journals, we can sign both of those in August. It will be fine. So,
There's actually no finance report in July.
I was gonna say, I don't think.
oh, well then.
Just manifests.
Just the manifest then. So, yeah, so really just, last year, I think we were here for like 22 minutes.
It was a record.
Yeah, it was really, so we probably could forego the July meeting.
So you have a motion from Lauren.
Second.
And second, we had a second from,
Right on the money.
right on,
Right on.
right after her. If she could have gotten it first, she would have. Any discussion on that?
So you guys don't foresee anything that we would need to tackle in July? Just want to make sure, because canceling meetings causes me anxiety. I will be the only one here, so.
I actually said that when we were discussing this at the SAU, Melissa, that you would be the one that would have some problems.
Well, we've never done this before.
I know, I
I
know.
mean, there is policy and procedure for if there is something that's urgent.
Right,
Yes.
if
Will be
there's,
called
right.
in,
Yeah.
And I, so, I feel you, my heart went, oh, wait.
Glad
But
I'm not the only one.
I think that we could be called in if there was.
Lauren was like, not me. Yeah,
I'm with Lauren.
Lauren's
Yeah.
gonna be in
Okay.
Maine. or-
all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent. Also personnel update, so,
In your packet, you'll see, I don't know if this is on or not. There are 4 resignations that were received since last month's meeting. Classroom teacher at Webster, the LADAC here at the high school, classroom teacher in Loudon, and a special education teacher at Bosquen, and we are working to fill those positions currently.
can I ask, do you do exit interviews? I probably should have told you I was gonna
No.
answer that.
That's quite all right. We do exit interviews when folks would like exit interviews. We don't make people come over for the exit interviews, and we've had, a fair number every year. In June, there'll be, for the last couple of years, I've had a couple of people that have come in and had an exit interview.
Randy, do you offer like a paper questionnaire as well as an in-person questionnaire? Because some people might feel intimidated to come in and do an exit interview where they wouldn't be so much if they were to fill out a keyboard warrior.
We have in the past done paper ones, and people didn't return them.
Oh.
It was much like the surveys for many.
I enjoyed filling mine.
Okay, next, manifest and journal entries. I signed them,
Me too.
and Melissa did also. Any questions on those? All right, can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Julia, thank you. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Perfect. Okay, board chairperson's report. I went and heard, what's his last name? Eric? Lulu and the Hunger Monster. As you all know,
Yeah.
hunger and food insecurity is really
Mhm.
important to me. So the man who wrote Lulu and the Hunger Monster, Eric Tolkien, thanks. I knew his first name was Eric. I went and heard him speak last week, and the book is very cute. And the New Hampshire Food Bank gave copies to all our elementary schools. It is an elementary age. I was also able to, they've come out with a curriculum, and I was able to get the curriculum, and I only had one copy. I gave it to Jen.
Thank you.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh.
Assistant super.
So it feels like it's been longer than a month since we last met, and quite a bit has happened in the time span between our meetings. So we had what we can only hope is our final snow day. We had the opportunity to learn about and view a solar eclipse. MVHS presented the SpongeBob musical, which was exceptional. Our 5th graders have participated in an exhibition. Senior projects were completed and shared, and you'll get to see some of those tomorrow. And Spirit Weeks were held at the middle school and elementary schools in anticipation of the spring vacation. At the NHSAA Innovations and Learning Conference, 2 of our MVMS 8th graders, Jay McPherson and Riley Morjan, were invited to participate on a panel of students representing schools that had been recognized by the Eddies as schools of excellence. And that was part of the keynote presentation on Wednesday, April 10th. And then later that day, a team of students that participate in the MVMS Technology Help Desk, along with their teacher, Tammy Miller, presented in a breakout session at the conference, and they really did an exceptional job. I know Owen was able to see that particular presentation. And so they talked a lot about the role that they play, what the help desk does, how they came to be a part of that group, and how they acquired the skills so that they are able to do minor technological repairs to students' Chromebook devices. And one of the questions that was asked of the panel on that day was, had their efforts yielded a cost savings to the district? And so Mr. Lynch followed up with me in regards to that. He did some math. And just under $4,000 has been saved this year by those students taking on that repair work. And it's been
That's
quite
awesome.
a significant learning experience for them as well. So it was a great presentation, and really some great information came out of it. Preparations are well underway for all of our summer learning opportunities. The district provides, beyond just our special education extended school year program, we provide kindergarten transition programs, Title I summer program. There's an elementary STEAM program, adventure camp for Salisbury and Webster. If you remember, they presented earlier this year. There are 6th grade transition opportunities. And the MVMS enrichment program, as well as credit recovery options here at the high school. This Thursday, Dr. Worm and I will be joined by a small team from MVMS, and are going to be presenting to the Board of Education on the middle school summer enrichment program, which you have also seen that presentation as well. And so we're looking forward to sharing with the Board of Education how we've been able to leverage grant funding to provide some great engaging and diverse opportunities for our middle schoolers in the summer.
Thank you. Superintendent report.
All right. So since Catherine mentioned the last snow day, hopefully, the last day of school will be Friday, June 14th. And graduation is on Saturday, June 8th. For those of you wondering how that went, the teachers will be coming back on the 17th for their final day, but we were able to, hit it just right with snow days to end on a Friday. So that worked out well. On April 3rd, I was able to present, or I was invited to and did present to the New Hampshire FBLA group down for their statewide convention on AI in education, and had a really good group of kids who I was able to throw some different things out there that even they hadn't seen or had the experience with, and then got to get some feedback from them playing a little game called Is It Cheating or Not? And we went through some different AI scenarios, and the kids weighed in on whether they felt that was cheating. So I just laid out the scenario, and they gave feedback. So that was quite an interesting and very fun presentation. We had the BES STEAM night on April 10th. So I was invited to run the VR session there, and that's always a very popular thing. The kids line up out the door and come in, and I'm going to be doing the same thing at PES on May 30th. And it's very popular. The kids love coming in and trying their hands at Fruit Ninja as they slice up some fruit that's flying in front of their face. And just for some of them, it's the first time being in that virtual world. And it's always neat to have them so excited about coming in and spend some time doing that. So I'm lucky enough to be invited to keep coming back and get to play the part of like the fun uncle, and be able to send them on their way after. I did get a chance to see the SpongeBob play, and it was awesome. We have some very, very talented students and some very dedicated staff, and seeing the hours that go into all of the different parts of the production. But the play was really fabulous. Some of those kids have some great voices. And Nick as SpongeBob, I was hoping he was going to be here because I had I had some jokes lined up to throw his way from his performance, but I'll have to get him some other time. The senior projects were on the 18th, April 18th. Hopefully some of you got to get over there and check them out. As always, we have just some really cool things happening for some of the senior projects. So I got to meet with Jeremy from the Concord Monitor right there in our large audience today. Jeremy came over and we chatted a bit about Merrimack Valley in general for about a half hour or so before, and then we walked over and I set him loose on the projects, and he went one way, I went the other, and then he put a nice article in the paper shortly after that about so that was great, both to meet Jeremy and brag about the district a little bit, and then let him see some of the cool stuff that we had going on in the senior projects. And tomorrow night's SAU board meeting, you'll get to see a couple of those if you didn't get a chance to get over and see those. We do have the results of a cybersecurity audit that we had done by the Adam Group. So they're sort of the statewide group that handles when there's a cybersecurity incident. So we try to be proactive, have them come in and do some different testing of our systems. So we do have some, obviously we were expecting some work to do, and the new tech director is going to be ready to lay that out and start moving in that direction. And we're going to look to do this periodically as we make improvements to our overall cybersecurity efforts. That's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you.
One of the things we forgot to talk about for policy was we do have a meeting set up for policy on Monday, the 8th, 13th, sorry. I don't know where the 8th came from. Monday, the 13th at 6 o'clock, I believe. 5 o'clock. Sorry. So I think everybody was at policy that has that, but if there's any feedback, we just would want it before Monday. So when we meet, we can go over it. So that's all. I just wanted to make sure we put that on the.
Thank you. So next is public comment. Public comment about anything you feel the need to talk to us about. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller?
Or the committee meetings, huh?
So then, we're down to it,
Right to the bottom.
right to the bottom, number 19. Anyone? Anyone?
We don't have any other committee meetings to set up.
Oh,
Not for now.
no.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Do you? Oh, wait.
But wait,
I was wondering if we could get a curriculum meeting scheduled. We have a presentation from a group from the high school around their youth risk behavior survey data.
Good.
Could the 13th at 6 o'clock work?
That's when.
No, 5. We're at 5. I goofed.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I might be a little bit late, but that should work.
Okay, thank you.
In case you didn't know, number 19 on the agenda is adjourn meeting.
Motion.
Thank you.
go get my kids. Curriculum, that's public, right? Like I could say. Okay, so I could say.